Good morning. Good morning. We are in the tarot study of the Emperor. So let's go through these. So, and then I know I said, if you remember, this is the original Rider-Waite. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this because some of the other cards have a hard time focusing with the blur background. But anyway, so this is the original Rider-Waite, and I don't know if you remember in the beginning when we talked about this, is that like how it's like fitting that, and this is our card for December because he's given the Santa vibes, right? So that'll come into play in just a minute. But so here's the other ones. These aren't in order anymore, but that's okay. This is the Golden Art Nouveau card. He's like Santa after he's just really tired and ready to retire. So there's that, and then there's the Winter Tarot. That's the one that reminds me of the Kaliak. And then the Green Man. Oh, sorry, that's from the Wildwood Tarot. Tarot of the Divine. I love that radiating out of that light radiating from him. This is the the Wandering Star Tarot. Look at his owl, so cute. Star Tarot. So much going on with that one. And Tarot of the Mystical Moments with his Mind Palace and his branches for a mustache. This is from the Lightseers Tarot. And you know, I might have to take a moment to Google because I keep forgetting. And then this is the Good Tarot here. And let's see. I'm going to do so. I know this is silly. I'm making you wait for this, but and I know that I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at Marcel. I had to do that. Okay, so I was Googling because I always kept forgetting to Google, like, because I kept saying that card reminded me of from the guy from the originals and how because he would sit like that. He had that air. He was also a black man. So yes, there is that, but but there's still more to it than that because this guy, and then he was always like, because I'm the king of the world. But anyway, Marcel. Let me introduce you to Marcel, the Marcel card by the Lightseer. Okay, and then today we're introducing, this is from, so the first card, the original Rider-Waite is, here's Santa. Here's Santa. And then this is from the Tarot of the Abyss. Here's Krampus. Although this is Krampus when he was nice and young. So there would be there would be a version like this with the horns of when he gets tired and ready to retire too. But this is like I don't know if that's who she had in mind. I think there was somebody this was after, but I don't know. I'm not there yet to know. But but yeah, so isn't it, I love that so much. I love this deck so much. That's the Tarot of the Abyss. And if you guys have any questions about any of the decks at all, any of the cards at all, whatever, if I'm able to answer it, I will answer it. If not, then maybe I'll know where to point you. I'm not sure, but there's that. Okay, let's dive in. We are going to Marcel. That was driving me crazy, but then whenever we were done with this, it'd be out of my head, and so I wouldn't remember to Google it. And I'm using my phone for a camera, so I couldn't use it. All right. Modern Witchcraft Book of Tarot. This is what we're going to be reading from today. And then this is what the inside looks like for it. The Emperor, number 4. Keywords: leadership, masculine power, mature men. I'm just so excited. I know the name, Marcel. Material success. As his title suggests, the Emperor is a figure of supreme authority. He's usually shown as a mature man seated on the throne, as a warrior bearing a shield and sword, or outdoors where he wields the power in nature and the natural world. In some decks, he wears royal robes and a crown, and others a suit of armor to signify his position of strength. Clearly, he's a figure to be reckoned with. He's the savvy executive, the brave warrior, the responsible civic leader who has reached the summit of authority and achieved worldly power. The Emperor is an archetypal father figure, just as the Empress is a mother figure. I don't know why today it's like it felt like the words were just coming out word by word instead of blah. Of course, I know my mind was like in two different places just then. But anyway, okay. The head of the ram. On the Rider-Waite Smith deck, the ram's head appears on the Emperor's throne. These represent masculine power. In astrology, the ram is a symbol for cardinal fire sign Aries, ruled by the planet Mars, which governs men. The emperor also wears a red robe. Red is the color associated with Mars and Aries. I like how they went a little deeper there, like with those two things, because I don't know if the other ones went there. So anyway, upright. When the emperor appears in a reading, look for issues related to authority. Although the emperor represents worldly power, he's not a dispo or tyrant. He wants the best for everyone. He's a symbol of responsibility and intelligence and courage, who fights for what he believes in. As such, he's a protective male figure who teaches how to govern wisely in his world. He may also describe his own father and your relationship with him. In a reading about money, you possess the resources and savvy to succeed financially. You're good at making and managing money. You may even work in a financial field. The emperor can represent success in a business or legal matter. If the reading is about your job, the emperor shows you're handling responsibilities in a professional life successfully. You're a capable, confident leader, and other people look up to you. You strive to produce something of lasting value and importance in a material world. Sometimes this card encourages you to become the authority, to take charge rather than following someone else's rule. In a reading about love, the Emperor symbolizes a mature, stable relationship, perhaps one based on practical concerns, money or status, than passion. He indicates loyalty and commitment in partnership. Reversed. If the Emperor is reversed, you may be in conflict with the established order, perhaps at your job or with family, religion, or ethnic group. This card can represent a person who's overbearing, chauvinistic. Sorry, they had that word hyphenated. It was in two different lines, and I was like, what the hell is that word? But then my brain finally put it together. Yay, me. Okay. Or self-righteous, or conversely, one who's cowardly, indecisive, or lacks confidence. Sometimes it shows a loss of power or status, or subsequent feelings of weakness or vulnerability. In a reading about money, you may lack the acumen to make or manage money successfully, or a lack of self-confidence may prevent you from getting ahead financially. Sometimes this card shows a situation in which you must stand up to adversaries and protect what's yours. If the reading is about your job, you may feel pressured to accept responsibilities you don't want or you don't feel capable of handling. Perhaps you've lost a job through downsizing, or you lack the energy required to reach your goals. This card can indicate a need for more experience, drive, or skill. If you're trying to please someone else or fit a role that's been dictated to you, it may be time to take the reins yourself. In a reading about love, this card suggests coldness, criticism, and remember, this is the reversed reading, or an overly controlling nature. One person in a relationship is the boss who calls all the shots. Sometimes the reversed emperor shows immaturity, lack of commitment, or infertility. And also remember, you don't have to do reverse. I don't do reversed. I figure that the card's going to tell the story no matter which way it's flipped. But I am in awe of those that can do reverse. My brain just doesn't like it. My brain goes, there's a glitch in the matrix. There's a glitch in the matrix. And then my brain goes, that's better. Okay. Be aware of stifling and stagnating rules and regulations. Learn when it is time to question the obligations and mores of society. That was by Barbara Moore, The Gilded Tarot Companion. The end. Whew. So where's the magic? I was expecting, and then now you can do this to like bring that call it in. The Emperor's like passion or whatever. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. Modern Witchcraft Book of Tarot. And then today's card is brought to you by Krampus. But like, I don't know. I just think that's fun. Like seeing those two, like, I don't know. It's fun. All right. Much love. Bye.